What's up? So the video gonna be about a puffy, fluffy daddy talking about if Trump gets reelected, we're gonna be in a war with America. And I can tell it's late turkey. We already been in war with America. Black folks been in war with America for over 400 years. Puffy late to the party. What do you think ghettos and poverty are about? What do you think Section 8? What do you think they're putting black folks and incarcerations and what this about? Segregation, Jim Crowisms. Been fighting everything. Legalizing the military, legalize water fountains, legalizing movie theaters, legalizing schools. If that ain't war, I don't know what you call it. And just because you don't be walking around toting a gun and having battlegrounds don't mean you ain't been in war. It's been black against white in this country. And it's been white privilege and systematic institutionalized racism against the battle against the police, against the CIA, FBI, all these agencies. How you been 400 years in a country and they only give you one black president, no vice presidents, and hardly no one ever gets to greenlight anything in Hollywood? And how you have sports franchises and you hardly have any black ownership. You look and there is a war. It's a battle to balance against what is being taught, what is being promoted, and the agenda. You generate all kinds of money, you create all kinds of avenue and revenue. However, you don't get to share it on the lion's share or the middle of pay. You get the crumbs and maybe a little token, you see. So we've been at war here. You've never been free in America. Black folks have not been free in America. To sit there and say that if he gets it, bottom line is the system has created the war against us because they've never acknowledged us as Americans, never have acknowledged us as full-blooded, hyphenated with slave masters with slave blood in you and don't do nothing for you. Stereotype you, put you in a system, roll you around like dough, and don't care if you sink or you swim. Still battling against Dred Scott. Still battling against stereotypes. So I tell Puffy, nah man, we've been in war for over 400 years. Maybe you just woke up to see what he represents because you took your shades off and he ain't buddy and putty with you in the Hamptons no more. But if you've been woke and you think you even woke, you already know we've been in war for 400 years. Still been battling for our rights. And you can't really have rights in a country that enslaved you and created every law against you and then made it a law to imprison you. Doesn't quite work like that. That's the double contradiction that they throw at you at the agenda. But they throw you at these colleges and these schools. They have had Confederate statues sitting there longer than they've had black people who've contributed to society. I want you to think about that for a moment. They have to be told to take down Confederate flags, take down statues that are racist, take down racist propaganda. Can't even sing the national anthem right. But ran Colin Kaepernick out because he took a stand against it. Think about that for a moment. And so before Puffy tried to say, well, we're already in a civil war. We've been battling everything. Ain't nothing been handed. The foolery that's affirmative action doesn't benefit black people. EBT cards that they like to say on welfare doesn't go to black folks. You've had to battle everything. So it's not like, oh, you're going to get this magic wand and all of a sudden, now we're going to battle because no. Blood been shed. Remember barbecues, postcards 100 years ago? With black folks being charcoal, cooked, Tulsa. I can name places. I can go all the way up to Trayvon Martin. I can go to Emmett Till. You tell me. It's been a war. It's been a war. It's been a war. And it hasn't, it's just that you want to talk about, it's been a civil war. See, the civil is, there hasn't been fisticuffs thrown as openly or retaliation. However, that's been the civil part. But it's been a war. People who've been in denial and have ignored it. We've had to deal with white America's mental illness for too long. So, the war has been there. It's a war every single day. When you got to carry those dead presidents, those racist slave master presidents, that's a war in itself. That's a reminder of what you really are to them. Mm-hmm. One Harriet Tubman bill on the face ain't gonna change and erase the selling off of our blood, sweat, and tears and pain in America. That's my thought and take about Puffy saying we could be headed towards a civil war. We've already been at war in America, black and white. It ain't ended. It ain't gonna end. Give me your thoughts and your takes. Hit the like, subscribe, and the bell rings in the video. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another, and where you stand. Because the truth is, if you want the truth, you ain't down with this white privilege. And if you don't want the truth, you think you're gonna fit in, but you never will.